get ready with me while I get ready to go to 1966. So this is only going to take about 10 minutes, actually, well, 9.5, but I really gave myself about half an hour to get ready because just setting up and doing all that stuff. So I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on, just going to do a very base layer of makeup just because I want to. And generally speaking, once you get around mid-century, you should really start thinking about putting on a little bit more makeup. Now this concealer here, I just got a refill of it. It's $8 for that container there. It's e.l.f. brand, I think it's called Hydrating Camo Concealer. It is amazing though. It is so good. I love it so much. And it's relatively affordable as far as makeup goes. So now I'm not going to do too much makeup just because this is more of a street style. I'm going to a shop. I can't really say what I'm doing, but I'm going to a shopping center in downtown St. Louis. So you don't want to dress very, what do you want to call it? Frosty pop icon. You don't want to be turning heads. That is very contrary to what the entire point is, which is basically research. So if you dress spectacularly to the style, go-go boots or, anything like that, or a poodle skirt, you're going to turn heads, and that is not what you want to do, especially with this kit that I'm going to be putting on. It's not perfect. The fabric's weird, the cuts are weird, the stitching's weird, all of it is not, they're not vintage clothes. These are modern clothes because I don't do this much. I don't really have a good kit for this. This is about as good as it's going to get, and I don't want people looking at me. I don't want people trying to pick apart what I'm wearing, what I look like. I'm going to try and keep this very basic, very casual, very uncool. That's the whole point of this. So I'm just doing a very, very basic makeup look. Just kind of, I'm going to do some concealer, do a little bit of mascara, and then I am going to do a bit of a more silvery eyeshadow. Did I already do that? No, I didn't. I'm going to be doing a bit of a silvery eyeshadow look. It is very 60s, but also this is just what I wear generally in everyday life. It fits my face rather well. So in that sense, you don't want to look unput together. By the time mid-century hits, you do not want to look unput together. You want to look like you put some effort in, but you don't need to be, like I said, a pop icon when you go outside. That is not what you want to be doing. This is taking a long time. Oh, yeah, my lighting is weird in this room because one of the light bulbs is out and I haven't replaced it yet, so everything looks weird. It is a very, very rainy day outside. As you can probably tell. Here it is. There's my eyeshadow. It's a wonderful eyeshadow palette. I got it when I was like 13. I haven't used it until this year. But it's a very rainy day outside. It really does not help the nerves. You're going to see those pop out here in just a bit when I try to do my hair. I hate doing my hair. I never wear my hair like how you're about to see me put it up in a bit. It's terrible, but it is fits very well. I don't know why this is taking so long. I thought I wouldn't have enough time to do a voiceover, but this rate, yeah. I'm just going to wait a bit. Alright, I'm going to be brushing out my hair, and I will get to hair in just a bit. I'm just brushing out right now. But I don't want to put my hair up or do anything with it until I get my top on, because I have two tops I'm going to choose from. And one of them, zero stretch. It is a nightmare to try to get on and off. And I don't want to put my hair up and then mess it up trying to get it on. So there we have timestamp. And then I'm going to put these jean shorts on. Once again, the cut's kind of strange. Alright, we're at about 5 minutes. The cut on these jean shorts are, like I said, not 60s. I don't want people looking too close at it, but it's just very, very basic. I'm going to roll those up just a bit there. Now, I got inspiration for this look looking at photographs and videos from my grandmother and her sisters growing up in the 60s. This is something that they grew up in downtown St. Louis. This is something that they would have worn quite a bit. Here's those two tops. Now, that pink one is cotton, and there is no stretch to it. This one is stretchy polyester. Not great fabric, but it's easier to get on. It's a bit longer. The pink one's a little short, which is fine. Right about 5 minutes 45 seconds, which is fine for a teenager for it to be a bit short once you get to the 60s. But 6 minutes 30 seconds, well, that's a long time. And once again, I don't have the right undergarments on for this. It makes a world of difference for any kit that you're putting together. This is not a great kit. I will admit that. So we're going to do the hair now. I hate doing my hair like this. I have done it before. It does not look good, but it's relatively easy to do, especially with the long hair that I have. Yeah, I hate doing this. Oh my gosh. I hate not having a part, but it was the 60s. What do you expect? It's going to look bad. I'm not a big fan of it. Anything mid-century, But there's a lot going on there, so you do what you have to. Yeah. This is going to take a while. It's usually not this hard to put a barrette in, but nice little silver barrette there. It's usually not this hard, but I'm a little nervous. Like I said, it being such a dreary, rainy day outside, all morning, terrible. So that's not great. And usually as well, you'd have your hair curled under or outwards. I'm not gonna do that in 10 minutes. I rarely ever curl my hair using a heat curler just because it's such a nightmare to do. My hair does not curl, and I'm so worried about burning it. See, it's just kind of straight. It'll work. I'm not gonna say much more than that, but it'll work. So normally would curl it. I'm not going to. I don't have the time for it, and I hate doing it. So my hair is not cut right either. I'm trying to work on getting the cut straightened out, and I just realized I forgot shoes. So I need to go get some shoes. These are actually my mother's shoes. There are a size too small, but I don't have any flats. I was just talking to my friend about this the other day. I don't have any flats at all. So these shoes here, they're very much the style that I'm going for. Very much the look I'm going for. They're very slippery though. You saw me kind of fall over there. And they're a little high. I wasn't expecting them to be so high. So I think we're about ready there. We're about done. The hair is a mess. I don't really have time to redo it though. I know it looks like in the timestamp that I have time to redo it, but as you're about to see, we're at 9 minutes and 15 seconds. I would have 45 seconds to fix my hair, and given how long it took me last time, I'm not going to do that again. I considered it, but then it took me so long just to take the bread out that I didn't do it. So there's the look. Try not to fall over with those shoes on. They're extremely slippery, but they will work. It's very simple, very street style, very boring, very uncool, but that's what you're going for. So have a good day.